Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to the Hidden Dagger Inn. I am back with, this is your host, Peon, and we have our co-host, Peon, finally back from his vacation. Perry, how the hell are you? What do you think about this live stream we had today? Holy shit.
Oh, exciting. Big news. Yeah, I think we were all on our edge of our seats for this. The server meshing, a lot of people, some people were into it, some people weren't, but it's still positive for the game, and the game is progressing quite nicely. And I'll let you take it away with all the rest of the stuff.
You know what? Like I've said before on the stream, I'm not really a tech savvy guy. I'm a lot like Forrest Gump. I'm not a smart man, but I do what I can. But this is my thing. I did a video about server meshing because I went in and dug into it and learned about it as much as I could. And it was pretty much, they described it really well. Their graphics that they had were awesome. This wasn't even the biggest news, but this is huge news in its own right with the server meshing. Over the years, and I've lived a lot of them and played a lot of games, as everybody knows. Hey, Wizard, how you doing? Welcome back, bud. And I've played a lot of them, and everybody knows that. And this single-handedly was the biggest problem with every massive multiplayer online game. They all talked about how they were going to have a huge world and everybody was going to be fighting and how it was going to be great. And yes, had it worked the way they envisioned it, it would have been. The problem is, in Warhammer, DAOC, Guild Wars, it all ended up being a slideshow, and it never came to fruition to what it could have been. Ashes of Creation has not that they're going to do it or try to do it like Star Citizen. They've done it, and now they're just polishing it and getting it ready and tweaking it. I cannot wait. Kudos to Anton, I think that his name was, and Hunter, and all the other team over there. Wow. And you know what? After they're done, and after Steven gives them a big ass raise because they deserve it, they need to go and help Star Citizen the fuck out and let them build their game, because those guys couldn't do it with $700 million damn dollars. So I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe they can help Star Citizen's ass out.
They basically created it. That's a little bit too far, but yeah.
But yes, it still doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, no, it works. So. It works. It's just different. It's different planets, different server sizes, different things like that. But you're absolutely right. The breakdown was absolutely wonderful. And is even more dynamic than I thought. Talking about condensing servers into quadrants of even more servers. Like before, standard server meshing, definition is just overlapping.
Mm-hmm. Layers and stuff like that they were talking about.
Yes, it's layers because they all support each other. If one goes down, it supports, it backs up. It also recalculates all the data, things like that. But this actually breaks it down even to microscopic, another level of quadrants, and all the servers helping each other. So yeah, very efficient stuff. A lot of other games are going to be copying this. It's going to be great.
Golan's in the channel now. We have a few other Overlord people in here, and we were talking post or pre-stream, and I let him know that I said, look, Steven, at least lately over the last year, has not been really releasing stuff. He's been very tight-lipped unless they have something done that he feels comfortable with talking about. And
he wants to talk so badly.
Yeah.
And Margaret was like, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that, dates and stuff like that. I'm sorry.
Sure enough,
keep going.
There it goes. And yes, do they need to polish it? Yep, but it's functional. And they've been working on it for years. That was great to hear. I know Overlord's pumped up, and here's a shameless plug for Overlord, guys. If you're looking for a guild, come check out Overlord, where you can come hang out with Peon and everybody else in the awesome leadership of Dracobringer. Okay, now with that out of the way, we also have so much else to talk about other than that. I mean, we could literally do a 3-hour stream just on the dynamic meshing and how it's going to change the whole MMO world. And I guarantee you, at some point, Steven starts selling some of this technology to other games down the road, as long as he doesn't feel like they're going to compete with his. I could totally see that happening, and kudos to them. They deserve it. I wanted to give another shout out to Anton and Hunter and all those people. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think so too, Golid. I think so too. And what Golid says right there, he's talking about the Alpha 1 testing that they announced finally, that we're going to go ahead and be able to they're going to let 500 people who they feel were dedicated to by putting in how much time. And I'm going to be honest with you, when they say dedicated, like from all the time, the play times that they had, I played a lot. I was in there a lot. But I'm going to be honest with you, I think the whole last week, I told my buddy, I said I was going to Costco and I never came back because, I was getting kind of bored. I mean, I had done everything that, I felt like we could do. We did some of the major castle sieges. We did the 5,000 bears, all the other stuff that was going on. I felt like we had done pretty much everything we were going to do. And I shamelessly am going to say New World testing was going on at the same time. And yeah. So yeah, it got repetitive. I hope that I put in enough time, enough reports. I honestly don't even remember. It's been so long. It's been 3 years of what I did. But I hope I have a chance to get in that first 500. We'll see. I mean, there was a lot of people. I mean, I think there's like 16,000 Alpha 1 testers.
What do you think it was the average play time of an Alpha player, Alpha 1 player?
I can tell you there's some people that didn't play at all. So some people are saying that they don't want to ruin the experience and stuff like that, so they didn't want to play. They just wanted to support Intrepid, which kind of sucks for them. Yeah, I don't know. I would say maybe 3,000 or 4,000 on a. Would you say, Golid, somewhere around there? I mean, we have to be in at least the first few waves.
I mean, that gives your chances. Yeah, you should be pretty.
Well, they said 500 random people too. 500 dedicated and 500 random, which is kind of weird. But whatever.
Dedicated, though.
We'll get in there sooner or later. So I'm not. As long as we get into July, my question with that is, if it's still spot testing, how many spot testers are there going to be, and how quick is this process going to be? Don't let me get in like one test before Alpha 2 gets released. That's going to be like, poking me in the bunghole or something like that. I'm not going to be happy. So, but other than that, that was awesome news, and you could tell they were really excited to talk about it. And then, they pinned them down. They're like, all right, it looks like we're going to get a date at the end of the month for July, the date that we've all been waiting for, the Alpha 2 release. And at this point, fuck it, just say September 30th or whatever it is. That's the date. Okay, fine. That's the date I have in my head now. So I'm just
people need to start, doing vacations. We've said this 100 times. You need to start planning stuff. But they don't care about
vacations, guys. Just do your stuff. Don't take vacations around Alpha 2. This is not the time. I know everyone's excited to get in there and try it out and test it and stuff like that, but this is not the time to take vacations because they're probably going to have some issues, probably real similar to the fact kind of when Phoenix Initiative came in and they said things were really laggy for the first few tests, and then it got gradually better. I imagine that they're going to fight the same issues. And Wizard says, let me see, Wizard said, I missed it altogether. Oh, here we go. Didn't they say they were looking to get some really good data in Alpha 1? Oh, yeah. No, they're going to get data. Oh, absolutely, 100%. That's what they want. So we'll see. They're going to, and they want to trickle it in, I'm sure. And this is why they're doing it. They want to trickle it in to make sure that they get that first wave, they see how they handle it, and then move it on from there. And that's okay. I'm okay with that, and I'm cool with that. And then on top of that, they tell us we're getting the Bard, and at the end or of the next, basically less than a month. So I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about the Bard. I tell you what, if they do the Bard right, I could be very interested in playing the Bard. Very interested in playing the Bard.
Even if you're not playing the Bard, everyone's going to be tuning into this. Everyone wants to know how to play the best support class or go against one of the best support classes in the game. After playing a bunch of Dark and Darker, and the Bards, super powerful, and you're just hearing just music constantly in the battlefield, annoys the shit out of me. I'm kind of sick of them personally, but I am pumped actually to watch the Bard stream. I didn't know what it was going to be, but yeah.
I love the Bard, and I still think about that silly Bard in Dark Age. I got that stupid song in my head, and I just love it. So
every game has their own tune.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And here's the thing about the Bard. It's going to be needed, I think, in every 8-man group. And there's a lot of people out there saying, and I've seen this way too much, saying that, oh, they're just going to roll with 5. They're going to roll with 5 because they want to get more experience or they want to get more loot or whatever. I think that's a mistake. I think you should roll with 8. Roll with 8 because there might be another group. I mean, I guess you better hope you can kill 3 extra people with your 5 people because there's going to be a lot of groups of 8 rolling around. And Wizard says had to pick up a Bard in D&D 2 strong. Yeah, no, they are. Darker. Yeah, they are strong.
They are
absolutely
really strong. And then I mean, the idea about the picking 5 over 8. It did once again. It's kind of both to me because I've definitely on the 5 train or 6 train lower because you get more XP. And if you're really more efficient. You know, it depends on how fast you're running, you know, what team comp you have, where you're running, you know, but from 9 times out of 10, you're right. 8's going to do it. 8's going to definitely do it.
This is going to, before we get into they brought up the Alpha 2 packs are going to come back, not the packs, but basically a buy-in.
Keys,
I want to bring this topic up that we were talking, Jamie Chaos, and if you guys haven't checked him out, go check him out, Dangerous Creation, Jamie Chaos, awesome guy. We were talking in our channel about, you know, they had mentioned that the live stream about possibly once you got far enough into the boss, you know, into a dungeon, that maybe the door closes behind you. And that's fine. But I had brought up to him, I said, well, that's fine. But hey, how you doing, Draco? Welcome, everybody.
Draco.
A great live stream today. So that's fine that the door locks behind you. But what I brought up to him and everybody else was, you know what? If people see a door locked, what makes you think that group's not going to be just waiting for you? You actually have to get out with your loot and take it back. Yes, there's only a chance you could drop it. Maybe what you want to do is you want to load up somebody with a bunch of crap so that they have better odds of keeping the good loot on them. You know, put a bunch of dung on them or something like that. I would do that in Ark. I would literally fill up chests full of shit. And
or give it to the rogue, and then everyone else dies.
Vertec had said that they were going to give it to the rogue. But you know what's to say? This is the thing with rogues. In Dark Age of Camelot, and this is one of the reasons I love Dark Age of Camelot, was rogue could see rogue. When they were stealthed, you could see same with WoW. So you could see another rogue when you got close enough. And what's to say they don't send their own rogue in there looking at you and then have a wizard with their magic eye or whatever right at the entrance? You know,
just waving to each other in Viz.
Protect the president. So it's going to bring a whole new dynamic. So yeah, you can close that door, in which I actually am not opposed to. I think if you've proven your worth and you've made it back, you've made it far enough in a dungeon, that way they could make that particular boss a little bit more mechanically harder. So maybe a little bit more enjoyable. So I'm not opposed to that at all. And you have to get out with it. So yeah. And what's to say you don't run into a group that you just went to war with the last night, and there's like 3 groups of them, and you're one group. Oh shit! So
someone has a beef with someone, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna attack," and then you're gonna be already like weakened from a boss fight too, or something. Who knows? It's the easy pickings. So.
And who do you think's gonna? I am gonna be farming on the dungeons a lot because I kind of think that they're gonna design it a little bit like Darkness Falls in Ashes of Creation from DAOC, because Darkness Falls was a great grinding place. Now the thing with Darkness Falls was it only opened up to a certain faction that had is the most keeps, which we don't have factions in Ashes of Creation. So maybe like Tower of Carfin is going to be its own dungeon, and there's going to be many more. So I think that could be really cool dynamic if it's good farming, which I think it will be. A lot of people are going to be in there. And who do you think people are going to be? Do you think there's going to be people waiting at the door let me see. How many do they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they're short-handed group. We're at war with them. Let's go after them. Draco says we're going to have to mass farm dungeons as a guild so we can. Oh no, absolutely, we'll be totally in there leveling those guilds. I just think that the guilds are going to be really good experience. What do you guys think? And Perry, I think you said you already agree, but Draco and Golid and Wizard, do you think that there should be like a door locking mechanic after you get to a certain stage,
halfway or something? Yeah, I think that's not all of them.
No,
But
not all.
I would say some of them, or even not even some, will be halfway, and some would be like a boss trap, like an SAO kind of thing. You will go through the doors, and and you're locked in. Period.
No.
I mean,
And
it's just like a raid.
Prove your work.
Yeah, exactly. You either
once you
die or you win. I mean, you know. So.
Yeah, once you've proven it, then fuck it. We'll go ahead and give you that last one. Yeah, some of them, yes, because I think that would make it, because there's a lot of, let's say, PvE people out there that are looking for some more engaging fights. Hey, Nomad Tam, how you doing? Let me give you go ahead and talk real quick, Perry, while I give Nomad Tam a shout out. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I definitely want both, and make it's more immersive too. Like have randomization through the whole thing. Be like, oh, people know that you're safer in this dungeon when you get so far. Yeah, all for that. And there's gonna be so many fights. We were talking about the being in front of the dungeon or waiting outside. It's gonna be like Nixia back in the old days, where people are just gonna be constantly, like, full guilds will be constantly fighting for these dungeons over and over in every spot. So shit, making me feel VIP. Yeah.
You are a VIP, man. You've been streaming Ashes for a while now, so you're good to go, brother. You're good to go. Hey, Nomad Tam, what do you think about the content creator? I won't say reveal that Margaret had today, but are you feeling good about getting in there? We all know I applied myself. Look, I don't know if my shit's quality or not. I'll leave that up to you guys. But I got passion. I got passion. I got passion for days. Let me in, Margaret. But I'm really hoping. I wish they would have let us know what the number of content creators, because we know the number of, she said, thousands of applications. So I'm interested to see how many they're going to let in.
I want to say at least 100.
I would love to represent Overlord and be an official content creator. So I'm praying for that. I put my heart and soul into it. Golid says, my biggest worry is guilds eventually just agreeing we will get the dungeon at 9. They could do that. They could do that. But you know what? There's always that poison pill. There's always that poison pill, and that guild that doesn't want to work with anybody and says, you know what? I'm going to have what I have, and then I'm going to take what you have. So how do you like me now? So Nomad Tam says, I actually have applied myself. I don't feel like I have enough consistency yet. Well, they said they have the 2 programs, Nomad. So maybe they have that
junior program.
Yeah, the boot camp one. So maybe you'll get into that. There's a possibility for that as well. So there's always hope, and don't give up, brother. Keep staying on it. I don't think they've made their decisions yet. They haven't, they haven't even hired that important content creator person yet. So don't give up. Just keep on hammering it and grinding it. What does everybody think? Oh, go ahead, Perry.
Well, I was just like with Golid. I mean, I really think that's okay if you just rotate all the time. You get this boss loot or this and then like next time, it goes back out. If it's workable, it's workable. I have no problem with that because I just want loot. I'm just a loot whore. So
yeah, here's something to consider though. Now that dynamic server meshing looks like it's going to be a thing, do we see the server cap going up eventually?
Definitely, 100%. That's going to be like
and
no
how
more
much?
Thinking 15,000. It's going to be 50 or something ridiculous.
Oh my God!
Yeah, no, it will. Like I really think it's going to be higher like that. So,
well, they kind of said as much when they said, look, this dynamic thing has changed everything. So that's why they're letting people back into A2, because it's changed everything. Well, yeah, it's been 50K, but that's not 50K concurrent. So I'm wondering what it's going to be concurrent. So right now they said 8 to 10,000 with up to 15,000 at one point. So love your shirt, Paranaut, one of my all-time favorites. Nice.
Yeah, I got this when I was like, a long time ago when it first came out.
He says, especially going up if they can really nail the tech. They said a long time ago they're going to start. Yeah. Well, I don't think that's right, Draco. It's 50,000 people on a server, not concurrent. You might want to double check that, but I'm almost positive it's not concurrent.
The 50 was like also that was kind of just a stretch of like what they wanted, not that it was
how
many
people were going to be able to be logged in or not logged in on the server. Their character, their imprint would be there.
10K concurrent, 15 max. That was usually like the set in stone thing, but they are always aiming for higher. So this really, with this looking at this new stuff, I really don't doubt it. So 50K is not a big deal.
It was, and it did go up to 15K, but that wasn't at the start of Alpha 2, and maybe not even at launch. But this server meshing might change everything. So I don't know about you guys, but like I was saying, when you got, I don't know what time you guys got here, but all my life, the games I've been playing, they haven't been able to manage the massive, multiplayer games and the PvP that comes with those games. Steven said in the stream, he said it before, he wants to bring massive back to massive multiplayer online. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah! Because
I want to, that's so pump. I want to comment on it because, like you said,
go ahead,
perfectly
comment
right.
away. I'll drink my coffee.
Well, they were saying like all the games back in the day would always say that. They'd be like, oh, they would always advertise as a massive multiplayer world when it was never a massive, not on one world kind of thing. So it's always kind of a jip. And this is finally, they're actually doing it. They have the technology to do it. They can't build him.
Let's flip that back into what we're seeing nowadays, right? So these fuckers nowadays, these game developers, other than Star Citizen, are so lazy, they're not looking for massive multiplayer tech like Ashes is. These other fucking people are putting, our game is massively multiplayer online and it holds like 40 people. Or we got like 4 co-op. Really? That's massive. The whole term of massive multiplayer online has gone out to shit. And Steven is going to bring it back. So hell yeah to Intrepid Net, which, in my honest opinion, might be Skynet in the future that we just don't know. It might be Skynet.
It wouldn't surprise me that a gaming company would take over
the whole world, guys. Ashen says even bigger than I previously thought. It will be, Golden. I really think we are seeing this is it. Like I said, we've said this before. This is the new Blizzard. A game's not out yet. I know I'm hyperbole, but this is a new Blizzard. We're witnessing it before our very eyes. Get pumped, get on the choo-choo, and ride that fucking train. Because this is going to be a ride we will never forget. So awesome. After today's news, given bigger hype than before, we're the stock options. Yeah.
Exactly. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, just keep going up.
This is going to be huge, guys, and I hope you're excited. And then, if that wasn't enough, they throw in the Bard, and they throw in the Alpha 2 packs coming back. Let's get your thoughts. We'll go to the Bard a little bit later, but what are your thoughts on the Alpha 2 packs possibly coming back? Perry, you go ahead and I think you mentioned it briefly, but go ahead and state your thoughts again on it.
I mean, they're going to trickle them in. I don't think they're just going to do open bore, like for everybody. And then I think they have to keep it fair, they're going to keep the pricing relatively the same. But super hyped. I know a ton of people are still looking for those keys. All the streamers right now with the keys giveaways, they better give them out now.
Yeah,
they better
make
that
them
money.
Out now.
Get those subs in, things like that. So it's a big deal. But yeah, super happy that they're even considering it, honestly.
And how much do you and how much does chat think that, let's say they open them up after, I don't know, a month or two after Alpha 2 is open, right? Now that they're sure that they've given the Alpha 2 players that have purchased it and paid the higher prices, now that they've given them a good experience and they can get more people in, how much do you guys think that they should charge? And they said that they're not going to have the cosmetics in. And the cosmetics in the embers and stuff like that they had in the package, they were a decent amount of that chunk. You were getting some value in everything, but the fact that you're, not going to be getting any cosmetics. It looks like we got an ad break right now.
Ad, yeah.
Yeah, damn ads. So
50 seconds.
So as long as what was I going to say? We're not getting cosmetics. How much do you think? I think maybe no more than 150. Nomad Tam charge the same as the previous minus the 12-month subscription.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what. Yeah, Nomad. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's got to still be decent. I mean, you can't screw over everybody who's bought it. That wouldn't be a good idea. That wouldn't go over well. And Wizard 85, there are some. They are getting the game time bought as well and they won't be getting the cosmetics. Yeah, we're gonna have to see how it all plays out. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see how they go. I did see some discontent in the Ashes stream when they posted that they're gonna be coming back. I won't name names, but there were some people that were a little bit unhappy that they were coming back. And, I can't say that I can't argue with them. I am happy that look, I come late to shit all the time. So I'm happy that people who found this late are going to be getting a chance to participate, because it's just going to build the hype for the game. It's going to build the hype for everybody. I just don't, although I don't want it to turn into an early access either. So let's hope that it doesn't end up like that. But yes, I'm very excited for that. I think no more than 150 should be good. You guys think that's a fair price, 150, or is that too much?
I want it to be cheap, but I want it to be fair too. You know, like I really think that's going to stay like 250.
I mean, it should be more than $50, right?
Oh, of course. No, it's going to stay 250. I really think, to be fair to the other people, because like, just like you said, I know a couple people right now that are fuming. They're like, they can't stand. Yeah. They can't stand that. They even considering the thought of this. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
So what do you guys think about the Bard? Who's ever in chat? Looks like we got 15 viewers right now, so thank you guys for all coming in, checking us out. What do you guys think about the Bard? Do you think this is... We knew that they were going to get the Bard in before Alpha 2, okay? And because it's going to be big for mana and stuff like that. And, you know, the video I made on YouTube says that, you know, Steven quotes that no group is going to be complete without a Bard, which makes me also want to be a Bard, so I won't get left out. I won't be that fat kid on the side, you know, getting left out. But you're, yeah, exactly, going. I'm very excited to see the Bard. And
Bard Ray too.
What he can do. I'm going to try them all. Yeah, you know, they keep saying that they don't want to wipe. I hope that they do. I really hope that they do, because I want to, it'll give me a reason to try another class right away. So if they do, they do. I told people to embrace it. I want people to embrace it. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Usually back in the day, I was like, a wipe? Please, God, no. I'm going to spend all my time, you know, farming and stuff like that. But you're exactly right. I'm going to go with this, you know, as just an experience, and take my time and do all that whole thing. So yeah, Bard with some rapier and crossbow. God, don't even get me started on that shit. I can't stand. That's why I changed over to Dungeon Board. Don't let me need to play Dungeon Board. It's so much better. Just came out today, the play test.
This is what I want to see is with the Bard is the travel speed. That's what I'm most interested in, travel speed. Travel speed will be a determining factor in PvP. Mark my words, it's going to be huge. I also not only want the Bard to be able to have to spec into travel speed, I'd like him to have an additional spec line that maybe takes him away from a little bit, maybe more of the little healing that he does or CC that he does, to really make those tough decisions. But you're going to be looking for a Bard in your group that maybe gives a little bit more speed than some of the other ones, so you can be the fastest group, you know, on the planet, and you can catch everybody. I think that would be a desirable trait to have in your group. You're a wizard main right there, you're saying, Wizzy?
Oh, yeah, wizards are terrible. Just like you were saying, there's going to be wizard, or like in WoW, there was mages for porting. I think there's going to be bards for movement.
Mm-hmm. Like, they've said as much
as... to, you know, go from town to town. Like, I want to run fast. Like, I'll pay a bard some gold or whatever to go from town to town. So why not?
No. They've said as much for travel speed, that there's going to be travel speed. So it's going to be, and it sounds like they're being really locked with lock rocks. It's going to be really interesting to see how they put it together, because from what PI was saying, it sounds like the choices that they're giving us right now are incredibly difficult to decide. It's going to, I don't know if, of course, there's always going to be people saying that there's a meta and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, what I'm more concerned about is how are the classes going to break down? Are we going to, I'm almost starting to think that the people that double down on the classes, those are going to be more sought after classes than the people who are hybrids. Anybody, am I the only one who's thinking that way?
The tanks, the assassins, you know, the rogues. I think they're going to be in Vertec. I'm pretty sure, even though I don't want to speak for them, we were talking about that, about the whole, the tanks are going to be, the tanks are going to be the real tanks of the group, you know, and the clerics and cleric, you know, and hopefully it's like that. I want a true individuality with the classes. And I want them to mean something. So yeah,
it's almost like they're doing the class augments and stuff to give people a little bit more freedom, and to maybe change that balance in, you know, how it would be a little bit. But I don't know. I still think a cleric is going to be a formidable opponent, and I think a lot of people are going to want that in a group, just like you said with a tank. Maybe some of the other classes, they can kind of, get away with a little bit. But I'm thinking as staples, tanks, and clerics, people are going to be asking in chat, who's a tank? Who's a cleric? You know?
Yeah, it's a safer bet, that they can hold aggro or heal, in a certain amount of time. So
I got to do this. I got to say this too. Who thinks that Jamie's been talking about his show about, getting on the train to change the tank name. Do you guys think that they should change the tank name? I told Jamie today, I think they should take the name straight out of Arcade. They should just take these names right here. These are some of the tank names that they had in Arcade.
You haven't? I looked up a couple.
Yeah, those were fine. I mean, Abolisher. I mean that Skull Knight. Those are good names to steal. Arcade is a dead game. What's that?
A chevalier, like a heavy knight, chevalier. A French knight, yeah, or like you can go a gallant, same thing, is a heavy knight. It doesn't have to be Vanguard, like a lot of people are really. I mean, it does sound good, but
who wins the DPS, Ranger or Mage? Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna have to maybe say Ranger. I think he can get off more DPS quicker. Then
depends who gets the drop on each other.
Yeah. Well, and we have to assume that, Rangers have camouflage, and, we don't know the meter range of the mage detection. We do know it lasts for a spell. Here's something, going back to the Bard real quick. How long do you think, in a lot of other games, Bards had to twist their skills and stuff like that. How long do you think the travel speed should last? I don't want to have to be twisting my skills every few seconds just to keep the abilities up. That gets a little bit annoying and tiresome. Do you think that it should last 5 minutes before they have to redo it? Or
are you talking about the movement speed ability cooldown, or how long it takes?
No, how long it's going to stay in effect for?
Oh, probably pretty long. Yeah. The little flute, I would say, because it's travel time, I would say, and it's on foot too, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think 5 minutes would be fine before they have to replay
maybe a
it.
2 minute cooldown or something like that.
Well, I don't think there'll be a cooldown. I think that they'll just have to remember to reapply it.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think there'll be a cooldown.
Then they can spam it, That's not a good thing.
Well, no, that's the idea. They should be able to have it. If they spec'd into it, they should be able to have it, right?
And yes, and then but it has some kind of counter to that too. If what's it called? You're caught while running that speed, it actually puts you in knockdown or something like that.
No,
there has to be a counter to that because it's too powerful if it's constant.
Scout and catch him properly. Catch him properly, then you have the Bard who has better CC and CC's their group, and then they can't run anywhere.
We'll see. We'll see soon enough.
Yeah, Rangers more single target damage and Mages more AoE. I hope they have continuously play music notes. I just want to know if I can play disturb sound from silence on my musical instrument.
Oh,
that's kind of I just want to be able to
sickness.
Yeah, I just want to play some good music. In Arcade, you can create your own music and stuff like that.
And Lord Lotro too. You can. Yeah, it's all the same. You'd be going through and it'd be what's it called? Stairway to Heaven, and someone's playing on the flute or a whole thing. I'm like,
stupefying.
Yeah.
So, what are your guys' chat? Give me your reactions in chat. From a 1 to 10. Now, normally I'm not a techie junkie, but I thought that this was pretty fascinating, and not only fascinating, this is groundbreaking, guys. Just groundbreaking, and I can't give enough credit to Intrepid and all the things that they've done behind the scenes. And I know it sucked for us because we've had to, sit here and pull our tallywhackers waiting for news, but it's been. This was worth the wait. This was big. So, how do you guys feeling right now? Are you really excited about what's going on? I'm super, super excited. Super stoked to see the future of Ashes of Creation.
Everyone should be super excited. They're shooting for the stars, and a company hasn't done this in forever. We've been seeing the same old clones and same old stuff, fantasy garbage, and like you're saying, it smells like old Blizzard, and that old Blizzard, it gets me really excited. We're passions there. They're actually gamers.
There hasn't been a company since Blizzard
gamers.
in a long time.
So bring it back.
They're doing it right with the family style studio. They've got people who want to work there. They're getting the pick of the litter right now of every great dev out there. It's been fantastic. Absolutely. They are building such a culture over at Intrepid. I don't see anything stopping them. I really don't. Wizard says, good album. Tam says, I'll probably have to watch it again to really appreciate. I've already watched it twice. I'm going to watch it probably 2 or 3 more times. I'll probably do a video on it at some point later this week, just to get my appreciation, on paper on it. Wizard says big news with Unreal Engines. And who else doesn't think that Anton and Hunter need a raise? Give those two and the rest of the team a raise. What a great job they did. And I told Perry, before the stream, I said maybe they need to go work for Star Citizen, or not work for them, but Steven can rent them out to Star Citizen to get their shit up online.
Companies do that, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did. But,
pretty sure that Intrepid didn't spend $700 million on this. So I'm just going to go out on a limb. And so I'm very impressed that they got it. And more importantly, I committed $140 to Star Citizen back when it first came out. I haven't thought about it since. I am full on a train of ashes. I don't care about Star Citizen. They can do whatever they're going to do. They had their time. I'm done with them.
What do you think of them releasing around WoW's expansion?
I don't think it matters. Is it going to
take a lot from the WoW people? Or do you think the WoW people are just going to go back to it no matter what? That are still playing?
I think it's Alpha 2, and especially early Alpha 2, I think it's going to have some hiccups. So it's going to be a prolonged experience. It's going to get better and better and better. So I don't think it's going to really be a big issue. I don't think Intrepid needs to be scared of anybody. They don't need to worry about who's putting a game out now, because these other companies are trying to pull that bullshit. Screw them. Steven's a dude with the big stick now.
Yeah,
fuck
he can stand on his own 2 feet.
Fuck the rest of you guys. Yeah, I got the big stick, and I'm going to wield it. We're going to put our shit out when we put our shit out. How you like me now? Okay, and Draco says, definitely possible when they sell their in-house dev tools to other studios. Absolutely. And, I don't know if since they have the right to sell that to whoever they want, you think they're going to sell it to competitors, as far as making the same kind of MMO? Probably not. They're probably going to hold on to it for a while. I'm scared of Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Exactly. Dude, that's my line. Yeah, I love Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Yeah.
Maybe they'll just sell it to survival game tech or something like that. That could be interesting.
They're so creative that they're going to map it out already. They know what's there. The architecture's already there. Intrepid changes server meshing just a little bit to where they tweak it, but the skeleton's there. The other companies are going to run with this. So. And
when Alpha 2 gets out, right, when we get out there and we start doing our content, doing our streaming and stuff like that, we are their marketing. I don't want them to spend money on marketing. I want them to let us market it for them. After that, but there is one thing that I want them to do as far as marketing, because Ashes of Creation will go over the top if they get this person. Okay? Do you know who I'm going to say?
Asmon?
No.
You already got Asmon.
No.
First of all.
Now, hey, Dragonsiv, what's up, man? No, it's not.
A streamer?
No, it's not a streamer.
Oh, Mr. T.
No, not a Mr. T commercial. They need to bring on Chuck Norris for a commercial. Chuck
they
Norris.
have them all. Chuck Norris, Ozzy Osbourne, Mr. T. They get them all.
They need Chuck Norris to get out there and endorse this game. We need our own version of Baron's Chat in Chuck Norris with Chuck Norris at Ashes of Creation. Oh my God, he gained so much popularity from WoW. It was unbelievable, and I'd love to see something similar like that in Ashes of Creation.
You should do a Sona or whatever the song thing with just Chuck Norris singing something about Ashes. That'd be good. Yeah,
Chuck Norris jokes all around. My God. So what? The Desert Zone will be Baron's Chat. Hey, there you go.
God,
it could be
brutal back then.
Well, I mean, who doesn't love a good Chuck Norris joke? I mean, seriously, those are great. They really are. They really
just
are
Baron's
great.
Chat in general. That was, if you couldn't hack it in Baron's Chat, sorry, that was the pit.
What do you guys think about today's stream? I mean, what was your most exciting part? I mean, you're most excited that Alpha 1 testers are getting in because, yay for Alpha 1 testers, but that does put us one step closer to Alpha 2 being ready. Were you most excited about the A2 date being released here at the end of July at the stream? Sounds like they're going to have enough information to give us that solid date, which I'm really looking forward to. A1 testers for you. Yeah, I think that was big for me because they really needed to get us in. Absolutely. I think we've waited long enough. So that was big.
My favorite thing was Margaret telling them to shut up, basically, and not give out too much information. Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't want to say that, even though I think it's going to be the content creator program soon. Like, we'll get that very soon. So,
what is going on here?
Hey, Dragon, what's going on, buddy?
What was I going to say?
You need to try out Dragonborn 2. It came out today. Fantastic.
I did try that. I tried that for a little bit, but I didn't play it very long. I played it just a very short time. I think I just had the stream on my mind. Golden said server tech definitely, mostly their own confidence of it because I can fully understand. As a layman, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I understood it. I'm sure my brother will love it because that's what he does for a job. He does server tech. Hell, I should tell him to go apply for Intrepid. But
free keys for everybody. Here you
that'd
go.
Be great.
Keys.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Oh, you know what? It was, go back and watch it because they had some really, really good stuff. And they broke it down for us with some good slides and stuff like that. If nothing else, watch it just to appreciate what Anton and Hunter have did. You could, and the rest of the group, I don't want to forget the rest of them. You can feel their passion for the game and how excited they are. It really comes off over the stream. Totally. And Steven is super excited. Margaret, everybody is super excited. And they talked about they completed another milestone, which was big. So now I think she said that milestone 10 started today. So which is probably Alpha 1 testing getting in or something like that, gearing up for Alpha 2. Man, it's close, guys. We are so close. I want to say, as I've said before, temper your expectations, at least early on. Don't get, for anybody watching this later on, it's just going in with the idea that this is going to be some kind of early access game. Don't think like that. It's going to get better. It'll be the roughest spot at the start of Alpha 2, and then it's just going to slowly get better, week after week after week. Just roll with it, take the punches. It's going to be great. Yeah, exactly. Here to test. I want to say that I've helped the game and given my input, and the best part about that is Intrepid listens. They listen to us. Okay, that's huge. See, Dragon Civ says the drums of war begin.
Yeah, that's what I was doing this. Yeah, the drums of war.
Yeah, hell yeah. Drums of war begin. Absolutely. Here to test, Wizard says, and Nomad Tam says, now 100% going to be way better than the rest of us expect. Only expect the best finished game ever. Yeah. Hey, Faithless, how you doing? Welcome back. Repeat the mantra. This is just a test. There we go.
It's going to be the best test. It's going to be not a finished game, but close to it. I mean, it's going to be well worth the money for sure. So
as long as the game loops are up where they want them, we'll have something to do. We'll always be able to run caravans and stuff. The wheel spin's not in, Drag, but thanks for spinning your Electrum. you gotta wait till we're playing to get the wheel spin. Oh man, you just wasted. You should have put it on an alert. You just wasted your 5K. Oh my god.
You can't give back people. Whatever.
I don't know if I can give Electrum back. Yeah. Yeah. The wheel's gonna be in an Alpha 2, and the idea of the wheel is for you guys to fuck with Peon, and like I might have to drop and do like 20 push-ups in the middle of whatever the wheel spins on when they go ahead and do it. I might have to play without my weapon for like 5 minutes, or drop my armor or something like that, or go gank some random noob. It's going to be lots of fun stuff for you guys to interact.
Wow! And, imagine like you made a friend, a rando, for like hours, and you're like, help, and then you just like, gank your teammate, and then you have to kill him. I mean, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed.
Dragon says, I want my money back. You'll see in final days. Dragon Fire incoming. I'll see if I can give you your money back somehow there, Dragon. I'll have to work on that.
It's only 5,000. It's not too bad.
It's only 5,000. Yeah. How much he got left? He probably spent all of his on there. That is funny. Oh man, all good. So, how did Overlord chat take it overall, guys? Were you guys all pretty psyched? Because I had my headset muted. I had a lot of shit going on, so I couldn't actually listen to the stream. I was listening to another version of it. Was it pretty good? The real game is how much dead experience can we accrue. I'd almost like to see it. It can only be a full level. I think in Alpha 1 it was only a full level, was it not? I'd almost kind of like to see it. We've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die. Hey, Penn, how you doing? We've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die, and in 7 Days to Die, the dead XP only goes up to a half a level. So I wouldn't mind something like that. I think a full level is a little bit rough. Penumbra Overlord takes like it real good. Oh, wow. That's fucked up, Pen.
I couldn't get in Overlord's Discord. I was trying to get in there, and for some reason it wouldn't let me in there.
Did you click on the link that I have in there?
Yeah, and I just didn't get accepted or whatever.
Maybe they banned you,
friend or whatever.
Yeah,
who knows?
Maybe they banned you.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Draco, see if you can hook him up. Get him in there. I'm in on the wheel for Peon.
I was trying to find,
no, the real game is how much dead experience we can accrue. Oh, hell no. That's not going to be on the wheel. No. I'll run around naked. I'm in the mood to run in the nude, but I'm not going to go ahead and,
play the game with your panda. Helmet, or something like that for like 10 minutes or something,
Oh, see, there you go, right there. People from other guilds don't get to join the voice chat.
What the hell is that about then?
He could be an ambassador, couldn't he?
Yeah, why can't it? Like, I was just trying to find people. Yeah. What the hell's that about?
We will find a way. I am so looking forward to it. Who here? I know we have a lot of Alpha 1 people in here. Now, we heard what they said, that they're going to do their dedicated testers first, 500 with another 500 of random people. Who here thinks that they were dedicated enough to get in there? Draco, you were on all the time. I was honest at the beginning of the stream. I said, look, I was not on the last week. I ended up going off to test some New World. I was tired. I was a little bit bored. It had a bunch of different stages. One of the stages got canceled altogether, but I was there for pretty much all of it. I put in a lot of hours, so
100 hours, like
it was probably easily 100 hours. So we'll have to see.
You should be good then.
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember how often I hit the bug support. I mean, I tried to get on the forums and put some of my feedback in, but I'm not great at, expressing my thoughts as far as like that in text and stuff. So I don't typically do that a ton. Draco was in the main stage. It was main stage was a month long, and then they had a week or something that was way back when. It was like a week or two. I can't remember what it was. Hey, Zillan, how you doing? Go ahead and talk, Perry, while I give Zillan a shout out here. Let's see.
I want to know how long Alpha 2 was, consecutively, since I was not in Alpha 1, but I knew a lot of people that did. And I mean, if you're thinking 100, if you played 100 hours, I would say you were in the bracket for the dedicated, not the random. So that's a good amount of hours to play.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. I don't, again, I don't remember how much I played. I know I was on a lot. I know I leveled up a bunch of different characters. I leveled up the cleric. I leveled up the tank. I leveled up the mage. So I put in quite a few hours of grinding and stuff like that, doing quest tests and different stupid shit. It was, I think I put in enough time. Whether I get in, we'll see right away or not. Maybe I'll get lucky, be one of the randoms. But are you guys all okay? All you Alpha 1 testers, are you okay with that system? But here's my real question. They didn't really specify. They said this is for spot testing, but we don't know how many spot tests we're going to get, okay, before Alpha 2 comes out. So what if there's only 4 spot tests and you get in on just the last one? So you get one spot test, and that's it. So
a lot of other games do it like that, and I'm fine with that too.
yeah,
You know?
I mean, I guess they got to do. You know, I think it's more about kind of weaning the system. You know, trickling people in. Kind of, I think they even used the word trickling to trickle people in and make sure the system's running smooth. Get gradually more and more. Zillan, since you're here, I have a question for you. What do you think this does with the dynamic server meshing? Do you think that the server population will go up from the 8 to 10 to eventually 15,000? Do you think we're going to be reaching a much higher threshold now? Let me know what you think about that. Wizard says stress tests will be needed. Yeah, absolutely. We're test subjects, not customers. Yeah, we're rats. We're rats, you know, for sure. But, you know.
Kind of screws over all the A1 people, though.
A little bit. Well,
you know,
the thing is, it's monetized. We did pay for it, right? You paid for Alpha 1 access. So at some point, I could see an argument for some people that they're like, well, look, I paid for Alpha 1 access. I should be getting it with everybody else. But I can also see their point too. I do think that they probably will open up more spot tests faster. I think they will get people in quicker because of the fact that people did pay for the Alpha 1 and they want to try to get people in as quick as possible, assuming that they can handle it and it's working fine and, you know, make those steps. We'll have to see. We just really don't know until they do. Draco says getting more testing now is a bonus. No, absolutely. And what is the number? We have 16,000 Alpha 1 testers, and we know a lot of people in Alpha 1 didn't even participate. They didn't even show up. How many, Draco, do you remember how many servers they had? Was it 3 servers or 4 servers during Alpha 1? I can't remember. I think it was 3 or 4. And how many people were on those servers? Let's see if we can start narrowing down how many people were actually testing. Draco says so getting more testing, yes, bonus. Nomad Tam says go ahead and read Tam's question there, Perry. I'm gonna get some coffee.
Yeah, I think we paid for skins and game time as well as Alpha 1 access. The access is a small portion that isn't the Alpha 1. Yeah, it is. So this is a bonus. Yeah,
is
like we
it
were saying
a small
before.
portion? Is it a small portion? I think if you're talking about somebody getting Alpha 1 access, I think that is a much bigger draw than the cosmetics. You want to read Zillan's?
Yeah, from a lag, ping, latency standpoint, I absolutely think that they could add more concurrent players, which I agree. Yeah, 100%. But from a limited node citizenship, a limited freehold, and all-around scarcity standpoint, I think it would be more a pretty bad idea. Well, yeah.
I guess we'll have to see how it's running with 10 to 15,000.
I think they were pretty happy with the server test from A1 anyway, right? Like they didn't have any complaints or anything like that. And with this new dynamic system, it's going to be even more. So they're that, what's it called, confident to have this stream. They're not hiding their system. They can say, "Oh, this is the new system that we're running it on," but they're not going to do a stream about it. So they're very confident about it. So I think it's going to be way more.
I can see what you're saying, Tam. But again, I think the lure for a lot of people, it was for myself, was I wanted to be part of the A1 testing because I wanted to feel like I was helping the game. That's was the lure for me, not the cosmetics. I could give a rat's ass about cosmetics. I really can. And sub time, I have a card I can pay sub. I don't care about that. But I did care about getting in and helping out in doing my part to try to help the game.
Do a lot of people care about the cosmetics? Is that a big deal breaker for a lot of people?
Some do. I don't know.
Like the caravan skins, like there was the undead caravan skin that kind of looked pretty cool, I guess. I got some cool skins. Zilla says we need to get in a game with 10K players at once and see how spread out players are. It feels like we're all on top of each other. More concurrent players is a bad idea. Tam says, me too, I agree that monetarily, I think it worked out like that. Here's a question. There are 85 nodes, right? So are we seeing some of these nodes? How many do you think the metropolises, how many people do you think are going to be citizens of these metropolises, and how many you think all 85 nodes are going to have some kind of population? I don't know. Some of them are probably going to be completely desolate. I might go farm there
at the ones that aren't being farmed.
There's a cap for citizenship, and it goes up progressively. So I mean, once Metro's definitely going to have a
but
cap.
what was that cap? Does anybody remember?
They didn't say that. I'm to my knowledge. Someone
you got to figure it's at least a few thousand.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton. Yeah.
So I mean, if you have 5 metros and you have 2,000 people capped as citizens, well, shit, that's 10,000 right there. So. Steven said the Metropolis nodes will have hundreds of citizens. Okay. Yeah.
How many hundreds exactly? Yeah.
I would say it'll be less than 1,000, but yeah, I would think that they would probably put that cap a little bit lower than thousands for sure. 100 sounds maybe good, maybe 500, 600, something like that.
1,000 people in a thing.
Yeah, that would be too many.
They're not always there.
Asmongold's Gold would just come in there and take over a whole node by themselves.
Zillin's crew will
Zillin's
come in and
huge.
take over
Zillin's going to be, he's a guild leader, I think, again. Didn't you say you were doing a guild? Yeah. Is he Asmongold in secret?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's his older brother.
At least 250 for a siege. This is the other thing, though. He said 250 for the siege. We do know for sure that 250 gold that they had for sieges, it's going to be 500, but for 500 now. That, without a question, they will be able to handle 500 versus 500 now. You started to go, what's the name of your guild, Zillin, again?
Zillin.
Go ahead and throw that out there. Yeah, congratulations for the headache you're about to have. Because, I ain't doing that shit again.
Good officers are key.
I'm done with it. Yes, good. Especially being a content creator, organized chaos. Well, that's fitting to you. That's absolutely,
what kind of guild?
Absolutely fitting for you.
What kind of guild are you going to run? I'm curious. You probably talked about this on your stream, but I haven't heard.
I want to say that Zillin said he's more of a PvEer, which kind of made me sad. But I'm a PvPer.
Yeah,
I like PvP, but I'm not a big PvEer. But correct me if I'm wrong, Zillin. Are you a PvEer or a PvPer? I thought I heard you say you're a PvEer. That he enjoys PvE a little bit more. I don't really get much into boss mechanics and shit like that. We have no plans whatsoever. The goal, altitude,
a lot of guilds are like going that route. They're gonna, see who's gonna stick around.
There you go.
A lot of people are going to trickle out. A lot of these guilds already that are made are going to trickle off. So it's going to be interesting to see who stays. The OG guilds.
So what other hot takes did everybody have from the stream today? I mean, we got so much information. Again, I'm going to have to go back and watch it, time and time again to see, if I missed anything. And Margaret didn't stand up today. I didn't see Margaret stand up. I wanted to see how big that belly was getting, doggone it.
Yeah, I was curious.
And I want to know if that kid's a kicking. Did she say that they were going to find out whether it was a boy or a girl, or are they going to wait?
I don't think they said anything.
I want to see what that gamer. I can't wait to see that little future gamer. Man, that kid. What a time to come out. What a time. Yeah, I think October they said she's due.
The kids are gonna have like little Intrepid shirts.
Oh, totally.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm sure she's probably got like Intrepid onesies and everything.
Exactly.
That she's buying.
Yeah.
So kudos to her. I'm super happy to see the little one be brought into the family. Being a father of 3 myself, I'm very excited, and for all you fathers out there, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Belated Father's Day to all you guys. So, what else did you guys have out there for this stream? Any other hot takes that you guys had? If Margaret doesn't have Intrepid onesies, then what is Margaret doing?
Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly. How many people you got in your guild so far, Zillin? We'll have to see what's going on. Shout out here spawning ads like a boss.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Zillin, what do you think? As far as bards go, right now we're going into A2 with 40. Okay, that's a good solid number.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the bards, and how should we break their skills down? We all know that they're going to have a little bit of healing, some mana regen, stuff like that. You're going to cap it at 60? Do you think that they should have to decide between speed and CC and how good and what kind of recommendations do you have for their CC? You know, because what other classes other than the mage has the slumber, right? Mm-hmm. So, which lasts for a good amount of time. How long have they said is that time reduced in PvP? It seems like it's like 30 seconds in PvP or PvE. Is it reduced in PvP? Has anyone remembered that? Have they asked that question?
Don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I want them to have an AOE like stun where it's like, oh, for like a second, and then it's another like 2 seconds, and then it stuns you again, and then it stuns you again. It's not like a constant stun, but it just keeps stunning you over and over if you're in the area of the bards like playing. You know, something like that. They
gotta save like the traditional tree route for like a druid expansion when that comes out eventually. Mm-hmm. But that would be perfect for a druid. But I could definitely see some kind of a play, you get to jump on somebody, like you catch them, right? And then you CC them. That could be big. A good CC helps make a difference between group sizes. If you have skilled CC players, that helps break down the gap between the size of groups. Now, depending on when you use your CC break abilities, that makes all the difference in the world between skilled groups and unskilled groups. You want to read the comments that we got, Perry?
Let's see. Nomad, I feel like CC for a bard should be a knockback, as in a physical push. The game has collisions, so we need something to counter body blocking. Yeah, knockback would be really nice. And it's not too like over the top. You just knock people off bridges, and you can use it like to your advantage that way too. Zillan, if they added an archetype later, they'll have to add 18 classes. Yeah, exactly. Wizard, Force Waves for the mage would be cool. Just Jedi.
I remember the mages.
Rift Mage. Yeah. Yep. Warhammer Magus.
I remember the mages in Warhammer. I was a witch elf in Warhammer, and I loved that class. I hit renowned rank 72 before I got pissed off at that game when they put out that Sands expansion or whatever the frick it was called. It was horrible. Hey, Thogly, what's up? Let me give Thogly a shout out here.
Indeed. Yeah.
Go ahead and talk away while I give Thogly a shout out.
Prove me wrong as well. Like, dwarves are the best. We're going to make the best stuff. We're going to have the best castles. We're going to have the best node. Yeah.
Have you decided, Thogly? Oh, sorry to cut you off, Perry. Go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to ask Thogly if he decided if he was going to let Nakua into the dwarfs. I really think that you should. I think the small people should unite because it's going to help create a little bit of diversity in your guild.
Small people.
Small people unite. Wizard says the experience I got stuck with WoW with those short legs. Faithless, remember when they said, hey, we suck at PvE, so we ain't making it anymore?
Jeez.
Man. Do you guys, am I off balance? Am I off my rocker with this? That I think that Intrepid and Intrepid Net are going to be like the next, they are going to be the next Blizzard. Does anyone else think that way? I mean, 100%. I really do. And tell me why. If you think that they're not, tell me why. Because Blizzard's passion has fallen off the side of the mountain. Go ahead, Perry.
It's just innovation. Like, there's so many things. I mean, everything from them having a no publisher, they're all doing it themselves. Literally, fans are speaking for them. Just innovations with the node system and now the servers. I mean, what else do they have up their sleeve that's going to be groundbreaking? This is what, old school Blizzard did, and they ran with it for what, 30 years? I mean, like 25 years? It was just nuts. So this, like we've said this over and over again, this is like the pinnacle or the turning point of MMOs. This is going to be the WoW. I really do believe that. People are going to look back on this and be like, oh, we lived through this. We watched this game progress into something beautiful. So, yeah, pumped. Way pumped.
Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and get these links out here. Discord link and the new merch link that we have. Guys, we could use your help. I got a merch shirt that I ordered myself. I'll be wearing some Hidden Dagger stuff soon. We could use your help in our server that I'm running at the Hidden Dagger Inn for 7 Days to Die. We're being overrun by dwarfs, and we need more people to get those dwarfs. So get in there and play 7 Days with us while we wait. Golden, I was there. Is anybody going to go to PAX West? I hear that Intrepid's going to be at PAX West.
I'm really going to try. I have no idea.
Is it in? I think it's in August. But it's like in California, thing, right? Yeah?
It's supposed to be like, it's in Seattle, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I've never been to Seattle.
Like this. Because I think Chippy and Vertec were going to go. They're going to do the Vegas thing and then go to do PAX West. They're making it like a whole trip.
I don't know if I can, if that's in the cards. I wish
Seattle,
it was.
Washington,
I'd love to go.
August 30th through September 2nd. Yeah. So that's, I mean, I want to go. I've never been to a PAX
West ticket cost? Anybody know? Anybody able to Google me what a PAX West ticket costs?
Let's see.
Probably a lot more than I have right now.
4-day badge is $250. That ain't bad at all. It's $66 a day.
You got to figure out the airfare out there though, and then you're talking airfare. You're talking food,
$500
hotel.
You know.
Yeah. Who lives out in Seattle and can let me stay there?
God, my ex-girlfriend, she definitely not let me stay out there.
August 30th, 66 a day. I don't know the package. So Nomad Tam, you're going to go to it? Anybody else going to plan on going to it? I think it's going to be pretty big. Maybe I'll go.
Want to.
Maybe I'll just plan to go to the one next year, because next year I'm sure they'll be there because Alpha 2 will
pumped. Yeah, too. Ashes will be more, involved.
5-hour drive. Oh, so it's cheap for you. I mean, I hate flying, but I would do it just to go to that. Totally excited for that. So with the dynamic server meshing, how many of you people were worried when they started talking about that they didn't actually have the tech available yet? You were thinking it was going to be something like Star Citizen where they're going to be trying to get it, but it sounds to me like they actually have it. It's there, and now they just need to polish it. Did everyone else get that same takeaway from it? Because
if this game is a scam, this is the best scam I've ever seen in my entire life.
Who said it was a scam?
I know, but it's just like it still could be. There's that 1%
oh my
chance.
God, shut up! Get out!
There's people in this chat right now that have been screwed over by all the games in the last thing. We're a group of us been screwed over.
Oh my God!
And, they can pull the plug, and they got Margaret up there acting all happy and stuff like that. So you never know.
Don't
stay on guard,
dude. I would be crushed. Crushed. I would just go into a hiding for the rest of my life.
All the work you've done. Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
Wizard says they want to be the first to complete dynamic, and it looks like that they have.
They will be. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't know if everybody's really grasping the whole idea of this. How big this is going to be. Yeah, it is an arms race. Only idiots. Yes, there you go, Dylan. Can you put Paranot's picture on that, please? Go ahead and
Dylan. Man. I'm a statistics guy. There's always that chance. There's always that chance.
You have my permission, Dylan, to use his picture. Go ahead.
Gambler.
Just don't use the Hidden Dagger Inn as part of that. Go ahead. Paranot thinks it's a scam.
Where's the copium? Right? It says the gas mask. Where's Burns?
No, he looked at a future of gaming together around the world. No, it's going to be so big, and wow, I can't imagine having those seamless battles that we're all looking forward to having. I mean, and how big can the Metropolis sieges be now? Oh my God. Have they said how many people are going to be able to participate in a Metropolis siege? Is there a cap on it? Or could you recruit half of the server to come in there and fight for you? I mean, could you
it's going to be like a mercenary thing? Exactly. Yeah. So who knows? Because it's going to be some time to do it. But I mean, even just sieging a Metropolis is going to be a huge ordeal. It's going to be take all the materials, daily materials, just like in real life. It's going to be with all the siege equipment, all the people, all the the resources.
I wonder what Reddit's saying now. I wonder, has anyone checked out Reddit? I wonder what Reddit's saying now that they've pretty much said that they've got dynamic server meshing and that Alpha 2 is finally coming out. So all those haters in Alpha 1 testers are finally getting in there. All those haters that have been talking shit all these months we're probably going to finally be able to shut them the hell up. So I cannot wait. Of course, there'll be haters all the way up until launch.
Let's go to Reddit.
Yeah, I fucking hate Reddit. No times. I don't think they've said Node Siege yet. Yes, Castle Sieges was 250 versus 250, and they said they wanted 500 versus 500. But we can obviously let's bump up that number to 500. I don't think 250 is a thing anymore. I think it's going to go right to 500. That's going to be huge. But node metropolis sieges, and maybe it'll depend on the size of the node, whether you're a village, a city, a town, or a metropolis. Maybe that all really depends. And so if you're a metropolis, I could see a battle of 2,000 people. At least. Hey, thanks, Ugly, for the lurk, buddy. I appreciate you coming in, and I hope you're not raiding my base. Hopefully that's not why you're lurking, because you're raiding my base right now.
Go right now.
That's fucked up.
Green light.
Oh, Peon streamer. Let's fucking get his face. That's fucked up. Don't do me dirty. How many is too many? Would you like to see 2,000? Would you like to see more?
Too much. Way
you think
too
it's
much.
too much?
You're talking about the war?
I'm talking about
the siege.
I'm talking about the actual siege of the
That's
epic.
Too many people.
The epic. He did say epic proportions.
No
metropolis siege is
of people,
epic proportions.
It's going to be too much. There's going to be so many graphics that you can't even see anything. It's going to be ridiculous. It gets to a point where it's too much. So yeah, 250 is not bad at all.
Zillan, what do you think about the content creator program, and how many people do we know that Margaret said before in the past that they're going to have thousands of applicants, but how many do you think that they're going to take on? How many content creators do you think they're going to actually grab? And they said they want guys. Do I have passion? Do I have passion? If I have passion, give me a 1 in chat. Do I have passion for this game? I think so. But shut up. Get out. 5,000 applicants before Alpha 1. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. My odds are not looking really good. Oh boy. So yeah. Minus Dragons. Yeah, I'm taking away another 5,000 points from you. You're dead. You're in the hole.
Yeah, you're just taking away Ethereum
I'm taking
or whatever
away
it is. Electrum, yeah.
Way too much to type. PI.
Pi. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I don't know if I've done enough to get in. I'm very excited. I'm hoping I did, but we'll find out. I know all the group that we hang with, they all are deserving to be in there. So everybody who has been living and breathing Ashes of Creation and putting content out, streaming, talking about whatever little tidbit that we have to talk about, if that's not passion, I don't know what is. So I'm hoping that we all get in there. But we'll see. If nothing else, they have the boot camp that some of the smaller ones who are still building up their quality. Because she said she's really looking for that.
Chibi is going to be leading that because she's really adamant about that. So she'll be the leader in teaching streamers, like AOC streamers, how to stream. That is super interesting. It's
very cool because there's a lot of things that I learn shit every day about how to
audio.
Prove my audio. Thank God for Vertec. By the way, shout out to the Golden Feather Tavern and Chibi and Vertec. He fixed my audio. Hopefully we're sounding good tonight, guys. And nobody's tried our alerts tonight. What the hell, guys? You got all those alerts. You haven't made me dance or nothing like that. Usually you guys are making me dance. Totally makes me dance at least once a stream, and he just went to lurk. So at least that's good. I don't have to worry about my cardio tonight. But should I do a push-up cam? Should I do a push-up cam when Alpha 2 comes up? What do you think? Do people want to see an old man do push-ups?
I used to do that. So
I want to have a push-up challenge with the other content creators. I think that I'll be right up there. And fuck all you other content creators. Jamie can do them. Yeah, he can do a lot of them. But
I bet I can at least do 25,
I bet you I can do more
time.
than some of you. I bet the old man can do more than some of y'all, you young punks.
That's true. Definitely Lloyd. Probably Zillan.
I don't know,
Calling you
Joe,
out.
how many push-ups you rocking, brother?
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna get a
Warrior.
push-up. Rival join it. He'll
Gladys.
do it. Richie, I don't know.
Richie,
yeah. You know, and Nice, I don't know. I haven't seen no one else. I've just seen his avatar, so I have no idea. You know,
Tequino, yeah.
you
maybe.
push up M&M's to my face.
Exactly. Just have a mound and just
That's actually sound really good right now. I'm like Joe Biden. I like some ice cream right now.
Oh, I knew it was going to be slid in there eventually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like ice cream.
Where's Jill?
Oh man, what a night, guys! And what day do you think? Let's go ahead and do a little prediction. What day? We know that it's going to be released now. They're going to give us a date into July. So my prediction of July Alpha 2 is out the window. It's officially dead. When do you guys think? Are we thinking we're going to see it? Would they really do? I don't think that they're going to do this. I don't think they're going to say September 30th. That would be like, well, what the fuck was the wait for? I think it's going to be somewhere earlier than that.
Yeah, mid-September.
Mid-September, early of September, something like that. Is there any kind of a date, a meaningful date in there in between that maybe we're overlooking? The 29th. That would be dirty to do us like that. I don't know, because they just could have come out and said that. So
not sure.
Jesus, faithless. October 32nd. October is not even quarter 3. That's quarter 4. That doesn't count. But no, it's gonna be really interesting to see what kind of date they end up having to do that. Who the hell else is streaming tonight? Pockets is playing Dungeon Board. Warrior is playing Dungeon Board. Yeah, we got Gladys doing Ashes of Creation. Oh my God. Dragon says Peon's Tavern is an underground tavern with a chapel. I didn't find my way out. September 30th is a Monday preceding Friday, the last day of the month, live stream day. No, I'm not buying it.
A2 on July
I'm not
31st.
buying it. No.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I'm going against you, Zillin. It's not. It can't be. They wouldn't do a Peon dirty like that. So
most companies, when given enough time, will always say the last day.
I'm going to say August. End of August. That gives them a month. Depending. Okay. Well, here's another question. Month of August. That's the end of August. When do you think that they said soon? Okay. We all know this word has been trademarked. When do you think Alpha 1 testers actually get in? When are we looking at? Because that's what I want to know. I'm going to be checking my email every damn day from this point on.
I would say within a week or two.
A week or two?
Yeah, at least.
I'm thinking 1 week. I'm going to start to worry that I'm not the 500 if I don't see it in 1 week. I mean, like, where is it, man? Because it's going to be NDA. So no one's going to be able to talk about it. So... if I start seeing smiles on Jamie's faces and everybody else's faces, I'm gonna go, fuck, I didn't make it in. So yeah, it's gonna be fucked up.
Wow, it's probably already in your email. Have you even checked?
Have I checked?
What if they just did it right then? And just Did
Vladis go offline? No, there he is. There he is. Okay.
Has anyone checked their email?
I actually checked my email today. Rollouts incoming. Totally depends on how tests go.
Okay.
I have one.
Check your spam. Guys, check your trash.
We're going to go ahead and wrap this up tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Perry, thank you again. Go ahead and give that shout out for doing it. I'll give one out for Overlord.
Yeah.
We're going to start the raid, so hang in the channel just 1 second. And we're going to go say hi to Mr. Vladis. That boy is still streaming. Looks like he's got Vertec and Chibi on right now. So we're going to support the Golden Feather as well. So here we go, guys. We'll see you all on Saturday. Saturday we are doing a special stream with Suspect and Psychophobic. So I look forward to seeing you guys all then. Take care, guys. God bless. Here we go.
Thank you.